Dear students of class 12, today I am going to share with you about a poem on killing a tree written by Gieve Patel. It is the first poem of your syllabus. On killing a tree is an ironical poem written by Gieve Patel, a physician by profession and a poet by passion. He lives in Mumbai. He writes poetry. He began his journey with translation work, but for his creative genius, he mounted and became renowned as a poet. He writes what may be considered clear conversational poetry, very much in the style of Philip Larkin, the British poet, who wrote some of his finest poetry in the 50s and the 60s. Patel's poetry is marked by keen observation and irony and conveys the sense of the ordinary. Today, I am giving you the introductory note on this poem on killing a tree. The poem's title on killing a tree establishes irony at the very outset. It is almost as if the act of cutting down a tree becomes a ceremonial task. Very evidently, the poem reads at two levels. The first, of the meticulous task of killing a tree. The second, the perversity and tragedy of the action that man should systematically destroy the environment. The poet invokes the lyricism in nature's resilience in the first two stanzas, in images of feeding tree and a healing tree. The following two stanzas create a sense of haunting in the methodical analysis of the execution of a tree. The poet writes in free verse through fine detail, brilliant image, logical sequence, and conversational ease. The poet brings form and meaning to the poem. In a voice of sarcasm and irony, the poet speaks of man's violence and impatience towards nature. Let us go through the text carefully, and I am giving you an interpretation, line by line, prose rendering of the poem. It takes a lot of time and strength to kill a tree because it grows slowly and rises out of the earth by absorbing years of sunlight, air and water. So it is not easy to kill a tree with a single stroke of a knife. The tree has deep roots which draws its sap from the earth. It gives rise to tiny twigs and miniature boughs. We hack and chop to kill a tree, but hacking and chopping cannot destroy it completely, as green twigs will surely to emerge from the bleeding bark. The miniature boughs, that is, the branches of the trees, will grow from close to the ground and grow back to its former size. The source of the tree is its roots, which is white and wet. The secret of its strength is that it is hidden inside the earth for years together. It is fixed firmly in the earth. Thus, to kill a tree, it has to be uprooted, scorched, and choked in the sun. It takes much time to kill a tree. After uprooting, the roots are to be exposed to the sunlight till they dry and become brown. Then it stops breathing. It becomes hardened, twisted, and browned. The poem ends up with the ironical rhyme, and then it is done. That is, the complete destruction of the tree is done, referring sarcastically to the man's cruel act of killing a tree. Patel is sympathetic towards trees and treats them and living organism as living organism. He feels that they should not be denied the right to live. What he means is that trees should not be destroyed indiscriminately. He therefore describes the killing of a tree in such a graphic detail as to evoke empathy to trees. According to him, to hurt a tree is to hurt a human being. Human being is inviting dangers to himself by cutting down the trees mercilessly. This merciless act is like a murder. The tree has been personified here, and the description of the killing of a tree is destruction of our own future. So the message is very clear from the poem. We want trees. Trees are our friends and savior. So we have to be careful to protect our environment. He has risen his voice against the deforestation and for afforestation. So, to speak ironically, the poet wants human being towards their merciless, cruel act and behavior towards nature with an expectation to change our mentality, to save our natural environment and protect trees, save nature, to ensure the existence of mankind on this earth. Thank you. In our next class, we will analyze the critical issues involved in this poem. Please stay connected and subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates. Thank you again.